Welcome to E-Padashala. Today's class we are going to see diet in exercise. When one decides it's time to live a healthier lifestyle, it's likely to get better long-term results by improving the diet and increasing physical activity at the same time. A proper diet and regular exercise are the two pillars of healthy lifestyle. But that does not mean that they are equally important. When it comes to the weight, the disease risk or how long one lives, it depends all factors. In a head-to-head battle, research shows what one eats trumps how much one moves. Eating a healthy diet accompanied by regular exercise is essential in maintaining physical and mental health and well-being. Not only are those effective in preventive excess weight gain or in maintaining weight loss, but healthier lifestyles are also associated with improved sleep and mood. Physical activity particularly improves brain-related function and outcomes. Many experts recommend at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise such as brisk walking most or all days of a week. Typically, 30 minutes a day offers disease prevention benefits while 30 minutes helps with weight management. Working out for 90 minutes a day helps on both fronts and melts additional pounds. Excess weight and obesity are major risk factors for a number of chronic non-communicable diseases including type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, musculoskeletal disorders and some cancers. The objectives of this module focused on how to understand the importance of diet in exercise, know how it affects health and performance, to balance the major nutrients for exercise, and finally to recognize the consequences of poor diet and inactivity. Most experts recommend at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise such as brisk walking most of all days of week. Typically, 30 minutes a day offers disease prevention benefits, while 60 minutes helps with weight maintenance. Working out for 90 minutes a day helps on both fronts and melts additional pounds. Excess weight and obesity are major risk factors for a number of chronic non-communicable diseases including type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, musculoskeletal disorders and some cancers. What do you mean by diet? It defines that the kinds of food that a person, animal or community habitually eats. Or nutritionally defined as diet is a sum of food consumed by a person or other organism. The word diet often implies the use of specific intake of nutrition for health or weight management reasons. Although humans are omnivorous, each culture and each person holds some food preferences or some food taboos. This may be due to personal taste or ethical reasons. So individual dietary choices may be more or less healthy. And what do you mean by exercise? Exercise is physical activity that is planned, structured and repetitive for the purpose of conditioning any part of the body. Exercise is used to improve health, maintain fitness, and it is important means for physical rehabilitation. What are the importance of exercising and eating? Exercise and eating healthy are the two of the most important things to need to take care of body properly. Both exercise and eating healthy have many advantages and benefits. They help with the multiple things needed throughout the life. These things include growing physically, mentally, and if you are religious, spiritually as well. All of these adds up to the body functioning in the highest and the best possible ways. What are the purposes of exercising? Exercise is useful in preventing or treating coronary heart disease, osteoporosis, weakness, diabetes, obesity and depression. The range of motion is one aspect of exercise important for increasing or maintaining joint function. Strengthening exercises provide appropriate resistance to the muscles to increase endurance and strength. Cardiac rehabilitation exercises are developed and individualized to improve the cardiovascular system for prevention and rehabilitation of cardiac disorders and diseases. A well-balanced exercise program can improve general health, build endurance, and slow many of effects of aging. The benefits of exercise not only improve physical health but also enhance emotional well-being. Studies have shown that a consistent, guided exercise program benefits almost everyone from Gulf War veterans coping with fatigue, distress, cognitive problems, and mental functioning to patients awaiting heart transplants. So, exercise in combination with a reduced calorie diet is the safest and most effective method for weight loss. The United States Department of Agriculture, the USDA food pyramid called My Pyramid, makes exercise as well as food recommendations to emphasize the interconnections between exercise, diet, and health. We now look into the precautions to be taken while exercising. Before beginning any exercise program, an evaluation by a physician is recommended to rule out potential health risks. Once health and fitness level are determined and any physical restrictions identified, the individual's exercise program should begin under the supervision of a healthcare or other trained professional. So this is particularly true when exercise is used as a form of rehabilitation. If symptoms of dizziness, nausea, excessive shortness of breath or chest pain are present during exercise, the individual should stop the activity and inform a physician about these symptoms before resuming the activity. Exercise equipment must be checked to determine if it can bear the weight of the people of all sizes and shapes. Individuals must be instructed in a proper use of exercise equipment in order to prevent injury. Let's now start with warm down. Proper cool down after exercise is important in reducing the occurrence of painful muscle spasms. Proper cool down stretching also may decrease frequency and intensity of muscle stiffness the day following any exercise program. The risks of doing exercises are improper warm-up can lead to muscle strains, and overexertions without enough time between exercise session to recuperate also can lead to muscle strains, resulting in inactivity due to pain. Stress factors also are a possibility if activities are strenuous over long periods without proper rest. Although exercise is safe for majority of children and adults, there is still a need for further studies to identify its potential risks. At the undergraduate level, you might have learned the importance of nutrition and dieting. We have a quick glance of what is dieting. So to follow a diet, it is better to follow USDA guidelines for a balanced diet. USDA food pyramid is the best guide for consuming the recommended daily amounts of whole grains, proteins, dairy, fruits and vegetables. Create the diet around these guidelines and try to consume at least a minimum number of daily servings. It's important to reduce calories in small, gradual amounts in several areas of diet instead of cutting one food group completely. So this gradual change will keep the metabolism active and keep up the energy level for daily exercise. Next, to have an eye on, eat several small meals throughout the day. Schedule the meals before and after a workout. Eating 5 or 6 small meals throughout the day instead of few large ones will keep the metabolism stimulated throughout the day and help to lose weight. A meal in high carbohydrates just before a workout will give energy while doing exercise, while foods high in protein will help to regenerate afterwards. Next is to drink plenty of water. Consume at least 8 glasses of water a day, including at least 1 after a workout. Water keeps hydrated, boosts the metabolism and encourages cell production. Next recommendation is on daily caloric intake according to the USDA. This will vary according to the height, weight and age. High blood pressure or sugar, cholesterol will also factor in this number. So keep this calorie limit in mind when planning portions for meals. Create a stimulating exercise plan. So design a plan that will enjoy and be able to follow. The exercise regimen should push to work hard without being dangerous. Alternate different activities like running, swimming and weightlifting to avoid getting bored. So create an exercise plan and a diet plan, both gradual, not drastic lifestyle changes. So do a few short workouts during the day instead of one long session to the body into a regular exercise. The shorter periods of exercise will balance the small meals throughout the day and so much energized without feeling heavy or bloated. So work out at a time that is right. Stimulating the body with a workout in the morning will keep the metabolism higher all the day. So if not possible to do the workout in the morning, try scheduling exercise after work to unwind after the day. Finish daily exercise at least 2 hours before to go to bed will make the body to relax and prepare to rest. Next is to concentrate on a plan to have a balanced diet and exercise-based overall goal. Adjust the balance to fit weight loss or muscle gain. So to lose weight, include lots of cardiovascular exercise like running or aerobics if one is trying for losing weight. But balance this exercise regimen with a diet low in carbohydrate and sugar to encourage the body to break down of excess fat instead of storing it. Focus on weight training and resistance training if maintaining ideal weight but want to gain muscle and to become more fit. Boost the weightlifting workouts by eating a diet high in protein and carbohydrates to give the body energy for endurance. Now, how we need to stress on balancing is the key. Balance is the key. So as one settle into an active lifestyle, probably discover which foods give the most energy and which have negative effects. The key is learning to listen to the body balancing and feels right with what's good. So follow these tips. Aim to make breakfast a part of routine. Choose complex carbohydrates, lean protein sources, healthy fats, and a wide variety of fruits and veggies. Try to remember stock the fridge and gym bag with the healthy workout snacks. The right balance of carbohydrates, proteins, and other nutrients can help fuel to exercise routines. Now look into the goals of nutrition during exercise. So we need to concentrate on to stay hydrated, provide immediate fuel, boost the performance, and how to preserve muscle and with the help of to improve the recovery. For that, how much protein is needed for exercising? Because protein is a major food, helps to prevent the muscle breakdown. So this can lead to improved recovery and greater adaptation to training over a longer term. And this is especially true if it has been more than 3 hours since the last meal. So the only need a small amount of protein to control protein breakdown, around 15 grams per hour. So if the type of person who preserves to exercise on an empty stomach, then 10 to 15 grams of BCCAs during training can be helpful. Is really only necessary for some people or athletes doing long, intense training bouts, multiple day training sessions, or people trying to gain significant amounts of mass. Next on carbs during exercise. This provides an immediate fuel source. So this helps to boost the performance and facilitate for faster recovery. So it helps our stress hormone cortisol down and beneficial hormones up. So this only beneficial in certain circumstances. Endurance athletes on long runs, for people who want to gain a lot of muscle, and for highly active people who need every calorie they can get in increased size, strength or performance. So we now look into the fats intake during exercise. Eating a bit of fat before or after exercise can be a great idea, but should try to avoid eating fats during the exercise. That's because fats can be more difficult to digest, and during training don't want to give the stomach more work than it can handle. So during exercise nutrition in practice, we need to depend on how long it's been since the last meal and the length or type of exercise planning for. So exercise lasting less than 2 hours. For training that's less than 2 hours long, the main focus should be on hydration. This is especially true if using good pre and post nutrition, training nutrition. So make sure to drink plenty of water. But what about sports drinks? They don't offer much benefit for events less than 2 hours long. So especially if ate a good pre-exercise meal. And there are some exceptions though. If exercising in a heat and sweating a lot, sports drinks may be useful since they have electrolytes that help speed hydration and recovery. Also, if going to be competing or training again in less than 8 hours, sports drinks may jumpstart recovery before the next session. So if trying to gain muscle, then including a protein and carbohydrate drink during training could provide a small advantage. Finally, at the highest end of sport or competition, while it may not help, so it certainly won't hurt to sip on a sports drink during competition to ensure maximal hydration and energy supply. Exercise lasting more than 2 hours. For training that is longer than 2 hours, sports drink can be a huge help. Every hour one need to consume 15 grams protein, 30 to 45 grams carb, and this can come in the form of liquids, gels, or even some solid forms. So many endurance athletes prefer to drink water and eat fruit and other foods to supply their energy even on really long runs. Either approach is fine as long as one ensure that they are getting enough protein, carbohydrate and electrolytes, especially sodium. If exercising intensely for longer than 2 hours, especially in the heat, do not rely on water alone. This will decrease the performance and recovery. And it could also lead to hyponatremia, a condition in which the sodium levels in the blood become too low. So hyponatremia causes the muscle and heart to contract erratically and can even lead to death. Under these conditions, when one sweating a lot, go with sports drinks. Let us now see the post-exercise nutritional needs. Post-exercise nutritional needs are: this can help us to have a greater recovery, make us rehydrated, it will refuel us, and it will build muscle and improve future performances. So here I would like to narrate some examples to stress the importance of regular exercises. A team of Harvard University researchers analyzed the data from 6 large studies that focused on the leisure activities and body marks for more than 650,000 people older than 40 who were followed for 10 years. They found that those who clocked 75 minutes of brisk walking each week, which translate to about 11 minutes a day, lived 1.8 years longer than those who didn't exercise at all. And those who got 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise a week or 22 minutes a day gained 3.4 years. The findings were released in November 2013. Another example is that among a stroke patients, exercise was more effective treatment than drugs. According to a study published in BJM in October 2013, and for those who had suffered a heart attack, exercise after the incident was as effective as drugs in preventing early deaths. A third example is on pregnant women whose exercise as little as 20 minutes 3 times a week can boost their baby's brain activity. So say the researchers at the University of Montreal who presented the findings in November at the Neuroscience 2013 conference. Researchers tracked the 2 groups of women, those who were given an exercise regimen and those who were not. They recorded the newborn's brain activity level at 8 to 12 days of life and found that the babies of moms who exercised had more fully developed brains compared to the babies whose moms did not work out. Shall we now see the consequences of poor lifestyle choices? So poor nutrition and physical inactivity can contribute to the following: constipation, anemia, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, stroke, declining mental health, neurological disorders, muscle atrophy, vision problems, increased risk of falls, poor immune response, increased risk of pressure sores, high risk of infection, prolonged hospital stays, increased dependency and medications, then finally increased prescription costs or some delimitations of physical inactivity. To conclude, doing right by the body pays off the mind as well, as a well-known saying. I repeat, doing right by body pays off the mind as well. So the Mayo Clinic notes that physical activity stimulates the production of endorphins. The endorphins are brain chemicals that leave one feeling happier and more relaxed. So eating a healthy diet as well as exercising can lead to a better physique that will feel better about appearance, which can boost the confidence and self-esteem. So short-term benefits of exercise include decreased stress and improved cognitive functions, and long-term benefits includes overall health and brain related functions and outcomes. Thank you for listening.